All right, guys. So today I want to talk about, as the video is titled, um, the unfair advantages or the possible unfair advantage of being a fighter with no legs. Now, before you just click off, hear me out. Everybody is taking this thing at face value and not really thinking it out too much. Now, why would this man without legs? Why could he possibly have any sort of advantage? I'm going to tell you. The average male that weighs 150 pounds, and you can pull this right up on Google, he not only has two legs, but those two legs each weigh 26 pounds on average for a 150-pound male. So if Zion Clark is able to make bantamweight, which is 135, if he did have two legs, he would be somewhere in the neighborhood of a middleweight or possibly even a light heavyweight. And so basically, the fact that he has no legs is enabling him as a light heavyweight to middleweight torso, is allowing him to fight guys that are much tinier and much weaker than he is, because as you know, if as a man you weigh less than 150 pounds, you're basically a female at that point, right? So this kind of begs the question: will we see more fighters have themselves? Could half of Marvin Vittori, could half of Derek Brunson, could they compete with the likes of Sean O'Malley, with Aljo? TJ Dillashaw's gone for now. Could they compete with the likes of him for and maybe even get a belt? I think we're gonna see a lot more of these top tier wrestlers that are, really just subpar strikers. I think we're going to see a lot of them witnessing what Zion Clark has done and saying, holy shit, if I cut myself in half, I could fucking destroy these bantamweights, these featherweights. Who knows? What if Curtis Blades? What if he decides to have himself and say take on a Justin Gaethje, a Dustin Poirier, an Islam Makhachev? Now, of course, this would only work in North America organizations for the most part. You got PFL, Bellator, the UFC. You can't kick a grounded opponent in any of these organizations. Now, when you don't have legs, when you are in fact halved, you are grounded. You're grounded the whole fight from start to finish. You're grounded. They cannot kick you in the head. They can punch down at you, throwing off their center of gravity. Which you being a smaller man, throwing your center of gravity down towards me. I'm this big light heavyweight, middleweight, heavyweight torso. You're coming to the ground, and I'm gonna ride you to a victory. I think nine times out of 10. Now, ONE FC owner Chatri Sichidong, he did weigh he did weigh in on this. Pull that quote up. My reading glasses here. I'd like to see him try that game plan in our organization. Get yeeted, bro. And I think basically the point that he's trying to get across with that is that ONE FC does in fact allow the kicking of a grounded opponent, which we saw with Mighty Mouse and the Thai gentleman that beat him, and then he in fact beat him with the same method. And by no means am I saying that this guy is not talented. He is a very talented, very strong individual. Myself, with no wrestling background, could I have myself and compete? Well, let me get to another thing. If I were to not only cut off my legs, but if I were to, in that same procedure, they haven't named this procedure yet. I believe Zion was born with this procedure already done to him. I don't think that he did this after the fact for any type of advantage, but I do not think that he has a penis from what I have seen, which would mean that he has the potential of maybe bantamweight doesn't work out for him. He could drop down to the women's classes and identify as a female, which we've seen fighters in other eras have great success with them with that strategy. But implementing even more advantage would be to come in half of a male light heavyweight fighter down to a female weight class. I mean, we're talking about something that could just change the whole game here. And I think, get ready, because after everybody seeing what Zion Clark did this past weekend, we're going to see a lot of fighters be like, hey, dude, I'm tired of getting my ass grabbed by Israel Adesanya and little, finger in the butt. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to go up Piotr Jan. A little Hospula looking guy. I don't know. But food for thought, guys. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for stopping by here. Real Fight Talk, signing off.